Hey everyone, welcome back to Jardev. So the game Oxygen Not Included has just like 2 days ago from the time of recording gone into full release. It has come out of early access. I took a look at a very early version way back in March of 2017. Apparently the early access launch was in about February, so I got to it just a couple of weeks later. And now Sean Heatherly has asked me to take a look at the full version. Sean got to request this because he backs at the top tier of my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/jardev. So I don't know how much gameplay I'm gonna do in this video. I've already done 2 videos on the game, and despite that, I have managed to rack up a whopping 80 minutes in the game. It's not my kind of game, apparently. I've had this since probably February 2017. I haven't even made it an hour and a half into the game. It's one of those games where the game does have like in-game tutorials, but if you really want to learn how to play the game, keyword being learn, you have to go like read wikis and watch YouTube videos and stuff. And I guess I just don't have the patience for those kinds of games. I didn't back in 2017, I have even less patience for them now in late 2019. So it just never appealed to me. I don't really like those kinds of games where you have to learn in order to be able to enjoy them anymore. They're fine for people, lots of people like them, this has overwhelmingly positive reviews. I'm not saying it's a bad game at all, it's just not the game for me. So I'm actually more interested in how this version compares to the original version. So we're going to look at the patch notes. This is just a tiny bit of them. I'm going to bring up the whole Clay Forums thing. We'll take a look at the full patch notes. And then I'd be quite interested to see how things like the UI and animations compare to the early access version. So we'll go into the game I've just been playing for like 20 minutes or something just to get ready for this video. We'll have a look around at that, and then I'll actually bring up my early access video from March 2017 and kind of compare the two. Okay, so here's the update post on Clay Forums, July 30th, 2019. I'm recording it on August 1st. So there's a lot of changes, and I think most of the changes come in like late game kind of stuff that I have never seen because I only ever make it like 20 minutes into the game and then stop playing again. So we've got a bunch of new buildings here. We got wood burner, park sign. Exciting things that just mean nothing to me because I don't play it. A couple of new critters, some new plants. Like there's a lot. They've added a lot. I was kind of interested because I think I watched a video from the Yogscast on like almost launch from like a month or 2 ago. And like to me it looked exactly the same as when it came out first, but I think all the stuff they're adding is like later game stuff, like your games can go longer now than they first could. This is the one that I noticed the most, is new asteroids to colonize. So like if we go back into the game, we go for a new game, you can now choose one of, I think it was 9 places to land, so it'll change like resources and stuff in the world. So this is the one that I chose because it's like a balanced one. But you've got a bunch of cool sounding asteroids. Maybe we'll check out a couple of them. That might be a good idea. That's something I can show off without having to play the game. A bunch of new foods that your guys can make. A couple of new biomes here. New kind of targets and goals for your colonies. New space destinations. I honestly didn't even know there was space travel in this. These new things, and just a bunch of fixes. Quite a lot of fixes actually, like holy crap. You gotta give it to Clay, they do not give up on games. Like, don't starve still getting updates all this time. So maybe let's have a look at a couple of those nifty ones. Like, this one looks kind of cool. Survival chance moderate. Is there like a really hard one? This is the really hard one. Let's do this. Let's see what happens if we start up on this planet. Okay, how's it gonna look? Oh, it looks fine. This is all oxygen, right? Very breathable. See, totally fine. Oh, this is easy. Easy shit. Is there like scary stuff anywhere else? No, it's actually like, okay, water's pretty far away, which isn't ideal. Ooh, sand. Oh, this doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's go into, what the heck was it? This one, I guess. This is my disastrous colony. Like I said, I just played for about 20 minutes. Just, you can go. Are they? Just unpause it. Yeah, I played for about 20 minutes before we're doing this video just to kind of get a feel for the game again. I was gonna like try and play for like an hour plus to like try and get further into the game, but game just does not do it for me. It's not fun for me to play, so I very quickly just kind of gave up. But we'll just take in like some of their animations and stuff. We'll have a look at the things they can make. I don't know. It's a very well made game. You can always say that for Clay's games. Just not many of them are for me, apparently. I do think a lot of food stuff was added later, because I think Sean requested that I look at the, like, there's an agricultural update at some point, probably 2018, and I took a look at it then. I cannot even get to the food in here, so somehow I made it further in, like, that video than I did in this. Probably because I like beelined for the research station. I don't even know where you get metal. Are any of these metal? Who honestly knows? I mean, I don't know if we had any of these things in the first version. I'm pretty sure there must have been overlays. Okay, so we'll just pause the game there for now. And actually we can see that the agricultural update did actually come just like 2.5 months after I first did it. They were both 2017. So let's go ahead and open this one up. We will mute the video. Even the menu looks pretty similar. It's funny, if we go down, we can find Sean's comment right here. It'd be cool to see follow-up videos on this throughout its development, or at least showing it off once it eventually leaves early access. And I said, I'll see what I can do. You might have to remind me at some later time though. So thank you, Sean. You followed through from 2 years ago. So let's just skip ahead to when we're actually in game. Like this UI all looks exactly the same, I think. I think like there's an option to like re-roll all. There we go. Okay, so there was way more of these clicky things. These are kind of more spread out in the bottom right. Those actually look quite good in the new version. You kind of got like the big ones here, and you've got these little, I guess they're like mass tasks. These are really useful actually, like move debris into storage. You just draw like a big grid around things, and it'll be like, oh, we need to start moving all these things into storage. Where's my storage gone? Yeah, I didn't save last time. I don't think I saved. Oh well. Looks like they stylized like these kinds of buttons a little bit more. Like not very much though. Maybe gave them a little bit more shadow, that's about it. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess you just don't see a lot of what they've added throughout early access. In the early game, you have to do like launch off into space and shit like that. Because yeah, like right now, like this looks almost identical to the full release version. Well, I actually had a much prettier base back then. It looks way nicer. Okay, let's just like hop back in here. We'll see what we can do. Let's see, everything's kind of falling apart. We need to do some mopping here. We need to disinfect that building. Need to mop like everything because the guys are just pissing everywhere. They've added like down here there's like a security door. There's like these strange tiles, so that kind of intrigues me. I think it's like, because I sort of like survival games. I really like management games, but only a certain like subset of them. City Skylines, Sims, absolutely love those management games. But I think when they introduce resource management and gathering, it just puts me off instantly. So Surviving Mars, for instance, it came out, I think that was about like 2 years ago as well. I feel like it was like around March 2017. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. It's like City Skylines, but on Mars. How cool. And then just for whatever reason, I didn't get around to covering it at the time. And then I think earlier this summer, I was like looking through my games. I was like, oh yeah, I still have that. I should give it a go. And I started it up, and like, I think the second step in the tutorial was start gathering wood or iron or something. And I just like looked at it for a moment and then just Alt F4'd and uninstalled it. And I just do not like those kinds of games. Like Age of Empires 2, I tried to play a little bit, but resource gathering just always puts me off for some reason. And I guess this is kind of the same. You do have to, like, not so much in this one. Like your guys are pretty smart. Like, I'm just kind of rambling and they're doing things mostly. Oh, I don't have storage, that's why. Storage. Oh, fuck. That's one thing that annoys me. Like, why does it even let me build up in the air? I have to go and cancel it like that. But yeah, they're pretty smart. You don't have to really look at resource management too much unless you want to build a research station. You have to go find metal ore. Okay, they're going to bed now before they finish the storage bin. What's happened over here? Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. We'll add new ladders here. Oh, not there. Okay, gotta go cancel those. I'm sure people have put tons of hours into this game. Then there's me who couldn't even hit 2. Couldn't even hit an hour and a half. Okay, they're gonna build this fucking thing now. Okay, and then we go in here and we go like all. Yay. Now they'll put everything away. We can get a new person. How exciting. You'll do. Get in, buddy. I can't figure out oxygen generation apparently. I've got like oxygen machines in kind of all these little rooms. Everything looks to be quite breathable. I don't know why it's saying I've got insufficient oxygen generation. It's because I need more than... Like they're using more than I'm producing, but it doesn't seem like it matters because everywhere is very breathable. Who knows? Who cares? Oh, somebody else has made a mess. We have to go like mopping again. It's very, very chore-y are these kinds of games. Oh god, there's piss everywhere. And sometimes that doesn't bother me. Like, Stardew Valley is one of my favorite games ever, and that's very chore-y. But just some games, not super into it. Can you guys fucking clean up? What's wrong with you? And already I feel like kind of rudderless. Like, the only tip it's giving me is you need to fix your oxygen. It's not telling me how to do it. It's occasionally telling me I've made a mess, but like I don't know what I should be building now, like what I need to be working toward. I would guess it's the research station, but again, I don't know where to get the metal ore. I feel like you just like dig, and then eventually you'll get enough. Maybe. Here, let's just get him to dig like a big old chunk in here. Like that. That'll do, I guess. I think this place has had food poisoning or something. Who knows? And I feel like I do need to stress that I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's a very well crafted game. Just like any clay title they do, they always put so much work and effort into them. It's just not an enjoyable one for me. Oh, what? I don't know where that went. Oh, polluted water. Oh dear. Do I have to mop up down there again? Yes. And they're going to sleep again. Cool. That's it. Like, I don't know. Don't know what else I should be doing. Get a little massage table down here. I guess. This will be like our doctor area. Stick that there. No, we can't fit that there. Let's cancel this one. This can go there, and the massage table can go there. Perfect. Neat. I think my colony's fine apart from the whole oxygen thing. But like if we go into oxygen, it's like, you can do this. Neat. Oh, this thing needs power. Okay, we can hook that up with a wire. We can just hook that up right there, I think. There. Why can these not go away? What's wrong? Storage unavailable. Like, this is full already. Jesus. Okay, let's make more. Oh, actually, somebody does not have a bed. I just realized. There you go, buddy. You're down here. Maybe I mean, I could have put storage down there, I guess. Lots more storage. I fucked up with this thing. Apparently, like, it's missing a tile, so they can't use it or something. All. Perfect. Is this like just sandstone? Mostly sandstone. I don't get why they make these kinds of games like RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress maybe have such ugly UI. Like, you'd think, given like the rest of the UI, sort of, if you open up a storage container, it might show you little icons of what you've got, so you can like see at a glance. But no, it's just like, oh, just read all this text with just a bunch of numbers and units and stuff. Very strange system. I guess we just have to like periodically mop everything. Yeah, because they're still pissing everywhere. Oh shit, we got enough somehow. Let's do a research station. It also needs power. Oh god, where do we put this? I can go there. That'll do. Go make it, lads. See if that opens up more things to us. Like farming or whatever. I think it's been a full minute and they haven't started it yet. I guess, oh, they're having their break. Which means they're probably about to go to sleep. And there they go to sleep. Okay, awesome. Looks like they're getting cold in here, so maybe I'll like build them a little... Oh, we can't. Okay, well, sucks to be you guys. Can you build this? I want to see what I can unlock. Please. Stop pissing everywhere. What's wrong with you guys? Alright, it's done. Oh right, you have to choose research. I think. Okay, so yeah, you can see it's pretty big. Yeah, like we barely scratched the surface in this video. Holy crap. Rocketry. Oh man. Oh, this is so overwhelming. With like no tutorial or anything. I don't even want to like touch it. I don't even want to pick a thing to research. That'll do. That was a look at the full release of Oxygen Not Included. It's a great game if you like these kinds of games. That's all I'll say. If you don't, it's just another one of those games. Like I said, there's like a ton of, it's the usual Clay love has gone into this game. I really admire how thorough they are with their games. And I'm sure they'll keep updating this like 10 years after it's done. Just like Don't Starve still getting updates somehow. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!